In this section, we'll talk about blogs, and more particularly about the blog that's one of the 5 systems that's part of RealPro Gold. Sometimes an agent will ask us what a blog is, and so just to get started here, the term is derived from the words web log, and the idea was that someone would put together an online journal where they could write articles on just about any topic, completely open-ended, and it was public like a web page. It's a web log, and so visitors to the page can read the posts that the author has put up. And most blogs provide a vehicle for visitors to add posts themselves or at least comment on the posts that are there. The format is typically informal. It's plain text, though modern blogs can contain photos or video or links or other images. But the actual prose, the actual writing, tends to be conversational in tone. So it's not as big a deal as having a webmaster put up a page that has precisely choreographed words and pictures. It's much more casual than that. And that makes it an easy way for you as an agent to tell your story on a wide variety of topics. Now, when you put a blog together, there can be different target audiences, and you may be aware of or even participate in public blogs that are designed for agents to communicate with agents. Examples of that might be Active Rain or Real Estate Tomato, and these are good vehicles if you want to share your ideas with other agents in order to promote things that you believe in or learn about solutions that are working for other agents. A different audience, though, is to actually focus on creating your own blog that targets prospects and clients. And that's the kind of blog that's included with RealPro Gold. This is a terrific vehicle for establishing your expertise and your brand because you can write about real estate topics that show that you know what's going on. You can also write about topics that are personal in nature. Could be about charities that you support or about community initiatives that you're excited about. You can also use blog articles to sell your area. There's a new park being built. It's exciting. This is a great time to be living in whatever your community is. And to the extent that you invest in putting up informative articles, your blog can become a community resource. So let's look at the RealPro Gold blog in more detail. The agent blog is embedded in the RealPro Gold website, and this has a number of advantages that we'll mention as we go along. Like most blogs, ours displays posts with the most recent post first, so they go back in chronological order from top to bottom, page to page. Each article has the opportunity to be bylined, so you can identify who actually submitted the article. This is one of the most powerful concepts behind having an agent blog. You don't have to write every article yourself. If you have a team, you can have team members write those articles for you. Maybe you don't literally have a team, but you have a loan officer, a title officer, a builder, an insurance agent, a lender that you work with on a regular basis. They are part of your virtual team. And it's a very reasonable thing for you to ask each of them to write an article periodically. That helps you build content on your blog. At the top right, you have the ability to establish your own links for the blog. This is different from your links elsewhere on the website. You might want to associate your blog with other resources that are out on the net. A buzzword that essentially means the same thing is blog roll. There's a calendar that enables your visitors to search the various posts by date. And each blog article has a topic assigned to it, or one or more topics, and so these articles can be organized and searched through according to the topics. Last but not least, anybody that wants to subscribe to your blog can do so using RSS, which stands for Really Simple Syndication. This is just a simple way that they get an automatic notification every time there's a new article posted on your blog. Now, I mentioned that having this embedded in your website had some distinct advantages, and it does. The first is that the agent branding of the RealPro Gold website is also represented on the blog page, as you see here. Second thing is, as we're going to see in a moment, All of the search engines will regard the content of this blog just as if they were individual web pages. This will really help your positioning in the search engine, and anybody that clicks on a blog article is immediately taken to this page and immediately exposed to your branding. So even if they left the page right away, you made a brand impression. So there's terrific advantage there. And then last but not least, you see that all the website menu choices are also available here on the blog page. So anybody that reads a blog article and finds it interesting might then go up and start browsing your website, looking at featured properties or starting to search through listings, etc. So this is a great way to leverage the power of a blog to drive traffic to your website and ultimately to become a lead or a prospect. As I mentioned a moment ago, the search engines and spiders crawl through the blogs, meaning that they index the content that's there. And so every one of these articles is just as interesting to a search engine as if it were permanently posted on a web page somewhere. So writing informal articles and getting your virtual team members to help you create blog content helps enormously in positioning you in the search engines. Last but not least, here's an example where an MSN search on Portland, Oregon housing market brings up this listing right here, which in fact is a blog post on Rob Levy's website, Rob Levy's blog that we just looked at a moment ago. So these are examples, real-life examples of how blog entries can produce search engine results. And after all, this is what you want. So recapping why have a blog at all, it gives you a great opportunity to sell your expertise, to personalize yourself a little bit, to write about the community and promote the area in which you do business, and of course to raise your search engine position considerably.